My name originally was Julie Carol Saunders, and when I was born in a small village in the middle of Northamptonshire. Had about less than 100 people. My father was the butcher, he was an atheist, and my mother was a housewife, also an atheist. Because of the ill health of my brother, I was sent to live with my grandmother, who was a Baptist Christian. And it was in the same village, only a few doors down. So I grew up as a Baptist. So I led a very simple, almost luxurious life. There was no hassle, no trouble, no nothing. Very quiet. And I went through school at Wollaston, and then I was going to go into veterinary, but I damaged my back, so I couldn't. So I went into medicine, and I became a chiropodist. And I was also very active in the church. I ran the toddler group. I used to go to all the prayer meetings, all the study groups. I ran the old people's coffee mornings, and it was a big part of my life. And when I started my own business, it was a little bit slow, and I asked my friend, find me some volunteer work through the church to give me something to do. So she put me onto an organisation called Women's Aid, the Battered Wives Association as it was known then, and I started working there. And I met this lovely lady, Hamida, and we got on very, very well. And after quite a few years of knowing her, more than 10 years of working with her, a conversation had happened between a new lady who'd come, and we were all talking about religion. We were talking, one was Catholic, the other was Methodist, and I was Baptist, and we were all discussing religion. And Hamida sat there very quietly. So we asked Hamida, what is your religion? Because she was such a wonderful woman, the most patient, the quietest, nothing upset her, nothing fazed her. Nobody knew what religion she was. And then I asked her, what religion are you? And she said, Muslim. I was horrified. I was absolutely stunned and mortified that this educated woman could follow such a barbaric religion, because that's how it's shown. So I tried very, very hard to turn her to Christian. I was unrelenting. Every time we spoke, I spoke about religion. I was determined, what I thought, to pull this poor woman from a barbaric religion, to give her the freedom of Christianity. She didn't wear hijab, and I struggled and struggled, and in the end I think she got a bit tired of it. So she said to me, okay, if you can find any problem with Islam, any fault, anything incorrect with Islam, not with Muslim people, with Islam, I will become a Christian. So I thought, oh, challenge accepted, this is going to be easy. I said, okay, so how do I find out? She gave me one book called The Bent Rib, about feminism in Islam. I read it, I thought, this is fantastic. This can't be right, because this is not what we're shown. So I thought, oh, she's given me something that's biased to mislead me. So I went to an Islamic shop in London, and the man there was very unfriendly. He had no intention of selling me anything. He was quite abrupt and rude to me about the way I dressed and wouldn't help me. So I left. And I said to Hamida the story of what had happened, and she said, but that's Muslim people. That's not Islam. She told me another shop to go to in Luton, the Zamzam. And the man in there, although he looked very scary with a big beard and he wore the throbe and he looked as scary as the other guy, he was wonderful. He tolerated my 5 children in the shop, and he helped me. I went past him. I didn't want to ask him after the